Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, I just got back from vacation down in Charleston, South Carolina with the family, hanging out down south for my daughter's spring break. Had a great time. Huge shout out actually to one of my patrons, my buddy Tab. Put me on to a couple of different shops, obviously whenever I'm there, even though I'm on vacation with the family. Of course, there's no vacation with the Bourbon Judge without going to a few liquor stores. That's just part of our family culture. That's how we rock and roll. Even my daughter knows. All right, but again, thank you, Tab, for the heads up. Tab actually gave me a couple different recommendations, and I finally found the new early times from Sazerac. So that's going to be the review today. I will say, other than early times, unfortunately, South Carolina wasn't very kind to the Bourbon Judge, at least bourbon-wise. Food, great, everything else, hospitality, but not so much bourbon. Hey, it is what it is. All right, before we dive into this battle, if you will, I guess comparison, not so much a battle, quick heads up. I'm going to give you guys a 2-for-1 deal today. It's almost like a combo or like a coupon. So on my way home from the airport, I stopped at one of my local shops. They recently got in the Heaven Hill aged 17 years. And one cool thing I love about them is that they actually pop the cork, and you can sample it. You buy like an ounce sample, whatever. But I did try it, and I will say it's fantastic. Absolutely an amazing bottle, right? So all they claim, Heaven Hill, aged 17 years, just came out of the distillery, already on secondary for like $1,600. Insane. I will say this, if you find it at MSRP, absolutely worth the buy. I think MSRP for that bottle is like $275, but super hard to find. I didn't get a bottle myself, but I was fortunate to at least try it. All right, let's go ahead and pour these two. So, Bourbon Judge, let's talk about early times. So, old school versus the new school. All right, old school, early times versus the new one. So this one here, the last version, original version, if you will, came from Brown Forman. So Brown Forman, a $25 bottle. We all loved it because it's a liter. It comes in a full liter size, a $25 bottle from Brown Forman, and it was fantastic. Tons of cinnamon and brown sugar and caramel and very oak forward. Everyone loved it, including myself. Fast forward a couple years ago, Sazerac bought it. They kept the same price point, but unfortunately, a lot of people are saying that there's a lot of swirl out there saying, hey, Bourbon Judge, it's not the same. It's not as good as it was when it was with Brown Forman. Sazerac may have missed the mark. Hey, that's what people are saying. I'm not saying that, but I'm here to kind of go ahead and see if that's a true statement. So, key differences. The old Brown Forman bottle is obviously a little bit shorter, and it's definitely wider. You can tell it's wider and shorter than the new Sazerac version. If you're out in the wild and you're looking, trying to figure out which is which, because it's kind of hard to tell, very simple. On the back of the bottle, I'm going to zoom in on this as well. The back of the bottle, you will see the website, www.sazerac.com. So that's obviously the new one, in case you're ever looking for it and trying to figure out which is which. All right, you see the Sazerac website? That means you got the new Sazerac. And the last key difference, because there's still a $25 bottle, I will say Sazerac did a really good job of at least keeping it at the exact same price point. I think there would have been a lot of grief if they did not, but I'm glad that they did. The last key difference is this is a screw top, little kind of like an aluminum screw top, where this, the original version, was a harder plastic top. So that's another key difference as well. All right. Same product in terms of price point. Same design, still bottled in bond, so aged 4 years, 100 proof, obviously, government controlled warehouse. All right, let's dive into these bad boys. So, like anything else, you guys know me. I'm gonna start with the OG, the original. The original Brown Forman. Let's just get to the nose real quick. Oh, man. So, what I always loved, and most of us as well, I think, loved about the original early times is that it's very traditional Brown Forman, probably closer to Old Forester than Woodford. Definitely a lot more notes of like caramel, brown sugar, cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla, and a lot of oak, but very pleasant. For a $25 bottle, I think this actually might have been the best bottle on the market, pound for pound. When you talk about from a dollar standpoint, $25 for a full liter, I don't think there's anything out there that can really compete with this at a $25 price point. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Definitely amazing. Goodness gracious. The nose on it, just phenomenal. Cheers, everybody. Mm. Truly, one of the best products at $25. I hope what everyone's saying about this is incorrect, because this is just fantastic. The Brown Forman early times was fantastic. Everything that I said about in the nose came through the palate. The caramel, the vanilla, the brown sugar, the oak. Such a great experience for a $25 bottle. I mean, that was just fantastic. All right, Sazerac. Let's see how it compares. Oh man. Hopefully this is still at least a good product. Even if it's not the same, I'm hoping it's at least good. Hey, real quick, 3 quick easy favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. Let me know if you've tried both of these and what your thoughts are. Last but not least, please make sure you also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I produce new content. All right. So this is a neck pour, so it's not the exact same if you really think about it, because I just got this honestly like a day ago. It's the neck pour. This one's been open for like a month, so not the exact true same. Maybe I'll come back in another month and do this again, but hey, it's an equal enough comparison. All right, let's see. Let's see here, folks. So the nose, yeah, the nose is different. There's still some, I left some in this one here. A lot more vanilla, a lot more caramel, and a lot more oak. See, I'll reset the palate real quick, or the nose rather. So, yeah. The nose by itself, this is a lot more caramel, vanilla, and oak. This is slightly more of like a, not a ton of fruit. It's almost like oak, but with like some blackberries, smidge of strawberries, and a little bit of caramel, but a lot more berries. I never ever got like a ton of berries in this. Actually, no berries at all. This definitely has, yeah, a little bit of like blackberries, smidge of fruit with some oak, but no caramel and no vanilla. Definitely like the oak though, which is interesting. Wow, all right, hey, only one way to try it, right? Cheers, everybody. Let's see what this bad boy's like. Ooh. Ooh. I taste some bananas in the back there. Okay. I think I got it. And it might change over time, but I think I got it. Okay. I think I got this one. Let me get a little bit more. Okay. In the palate, a lot more bananas. There was some like blackberries in the nose with this, but in the palate, a lot more bananas. It's almost like the best. I will say, number 1, first and foremost, I think there's a little bit of drama out there. This is not bad, right? It's not bad. If I'm being straight up, honestly, truthful, right? The verdict. Which one is better? Yes, I would agree. The original Brown Forman is better. But this is not bad. Let's be clear, right? I mean, I've seen a lot of things like, oh, it's horrible. It's not horrible. It's just not as good as the original. But like a lot of movies and shows out there, the original is always going to be better than the second version. That's just the way life is. So how would I describe this? 2 things. Number 1, a lot more fruit in the nose and the palate. The nose had a lot more like the blackberries. The palate had a lot more of like bananas coming through. Being that it's produced by Sazerac, I'm thinking it almost, this version almost kind of reminds me of 1792 Bottled and Bond, the original Old Forest, or I'm sorry, the original Brown Forman version of early times. If they had a baby, it's this one here. So truly, take 1792 Bottled and Bond, take this original Brown Forman version. If you mix those two together, that's essentially what this tastes like, in my opinion, right? Kind of how I kind of describe it in my head and my nose and palate. That's what this tastes like. Again, it's a very solid product, and I would buy this bottle again, but if you are comparing it to the old version, it's not the same at all. It really isn't. Hey, until the next time, my friends, peace, cheers, salute. I appreciate each and every one of you out there. Later.